Do you ever feel stuck, like you're working just to pay bills? I was there. Every month my paycheck vanished. Rent, car payments, eating out, it all added up. I felt like I was on a treadmill going nowhere fast. The worst part, I wasn't even enjoying it. My life felt like an endless cycle of work and spend. The problem wasn't that I didn't make enough money. The problem was my lifestyle. I was spending every dollar I earned and then some. Credit card debt was piling up and I was no closer to my dreams. Something had to change. I longed for freedom. Freedom from financial stress, freedom to pursue my passions, freedom to live life on my terms. The idea of freedom became my obsession. I didn't want to be chained to a job I didn't love just to pay for a lifestyle I couldn't afford. I wanted to travel, spend time with loved ones, and explore my creative side. But how could I achieve this without winning the lottery? The answer, I realized, wasn't about earning more. It was about spending less. It was about breaking free from the consumerist culture that told me I needed the newest gadgets, the trendiest clothes, and the fanciest car to be happy. I needed to redefine what truly mattered and align my spending with my values. I started by analyzing my spending habits. I tracked every dollar for a month, categorizing my expenses. The results were shocking. I was spending a small fortune on things I barely used or enjoyed, like cable TV, subscription boxes I never opened, and expensive coffee habits. Armed with this knowledge, I crafted a plan. My goal was ambitious: to cut my expenses by 60%. It sounded daunting, but I was determined. I knew that every dollar saved was a dollar invested in my freedom. The first step was to eliminate the unnecessary. I canceled my cable subscription and started using streaming services that offered better value. I said goodbye to the gym membership I rarely used and started running outdoors. I cooked at home more often, discovering the joy of preparing delicious and healthy meals for a fraction of the cost of eating out. It wasn't about deprivation, it was about making conscious choices. Instead of saying yes to every tempting purchase or social outing, I started asking myself, does this align with my values and goals? If the answer was no, I would politely decline or find a more affordable alternative. As I continued my expense-cutting journey, I noticed a profound shift in my mindset. The constant anxiety about money began to dissipate, replaced by a sense of peace and control. I was no longer defined by my possessions or consumed by the desire for more. I discovered the joy of living with less. My apartment, once cluttered with impulse buys, felt spacious and serene. I found pleasure in simple things like reading library books, spending time in nature, and connecting with loved ones. Reducing my expenses wasn't just about saving money, it was about saving time. By working less to maintain a less expensive lifestyle, I had more time for things I loved. I started taking online courses to develop new skills, volunteered at a local animal shelter, and even started writing, a passion I had long neglected. Time, I realized, was my most valuable asset, and I was finally spending it on things that truly mattered. The freedom to choose how I spent my time was priceless. The financial impact of my lifestyle changes was significant. My savings rate skyrocketed, and I was able to pay off my credit card debt much faster than I thought possible. I started investing my savings, watching my money grow steadily. For the first time, I felt financially secure. I was no longer living paycheck to paycheck. I was building a future where work was a choice, not a necessity. Financial freedom, once a distant dream, felt within reach. Embarking on your own expense-cutting journey might seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Start small. Identify 1 or 2 areas where you can cut back without drastically altering your lifestyle. Perhaps you can pack your lunch a few times a week instead of eating out, or explore free entertainment options in your community. Negotiate your bills. You'd be surprised how much you can save by simply asking for a better rate on your phone, internet, or insurance. Embrace the power of secondhand shopping. You can find amazing deals on clothing, furniture, and electronics, often in like-new condition. Remember, every dollar saved is a dollar earned toward your freedom. Slashing my expenses by 60% was a transformative experience. It wasn't just about the money, it was about reclaiming my time, my peace of mind, and my freedom. It was about aligning my spending with my values and living a more intentional and fulfilling life. If you're feeling trapped in the endless cycle of work and spend, I encourage you to take a hard look at your expenses. You might be surprised at how much you can save and how much freedom you can gain by making a few simple changes. Remember, financial freedom isn't about deprivation, it's about living a richer life on your own terms. Your journey to a more fulfilling and abundant life awaits.